Hey Lauren,
Hi.
I'm booting it up.
Oh, is it going?
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes early. We can just shoot the shit.
Isn't that what we do anyways?
Yeah, we can just shoot the shit.
Okay, I'm putting on my headset even though we don't really need a headset on. You don't even have music on.
I don't.
You're not gonna put any music on?
No, it's all copyrighted. You can't do that anymore.
There's copyright free music you could put on.
No, because I'm gonna upload this later. I don't. I hope it sounds. Well, whoa.
Do you have it on the right setting?
Yeah, I have it on the. I have it on the back and forth. It's
You
really.
keep going in the red whenever you talk.
Yeah, it's really gainy.
Okay, just sit back.
Yeah.
Relax.
Oh God, why is it so?
You're just breathing and it's going up. Is anybody here yet?
The gain is down too. I don't think so.
Can you tell us how we sound?
No, no one's here.
Nope. Wrong button.
Uh,
I don't think that's what I want.
no. I don't remember it being this like sensitive.
Do you want me to pull it up on my phone?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see how it is.
Filters?
Oh shit, why am I not logged in?
Why not?
No.
Here, I'll pull it up on here and I'll just listen to it without the desktop audio on. For Discord. I mean for the stream. Okay.
Okay, it won't let me log into my Twitch. I don't know why.
Alright, let me see. Let me make sure it's fine. I'll
Okay.
unmute it now. Yeah, it sounds fine. It sounds okay. Yeah. It sounds like
Okay.
I'm really close. Yeah, like a little
Yeah.
bit too much.
It's fine. Okay, that's enough
Alright,
of that.
that's enough hearing that.
It's fine.
Okay, that's strange. I remember the last time we did this, like, we had to be really close. And, like, the gain I have all the way down.
What'd you
Unless
do
I
to
have
your pinky?
I have no clue what I did to my pinky.
What the hell? Russell has like 2 big scratches
I have
on
like
his
a,
pinky.
I have like a vampire
Like, it
bite on my
definitely
pinky.
bled.
Yeah.
A baby chupacabra got to you.
A baby chupacabra got to me.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking at the mic?
I'm looking at the I'm looking at the mic.
It's also
Why
the
is it-
same direction as my chest.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Why is it so loud? Maybe I don't have the driver installed.
Oh.
I don't know. But the gain is like all the way down.
I don't know.
Alright.
Okay. Are we still doing a tier list?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't have that prepared. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll just get started.
Are
we'll
you
just
not gonna put up like
what we're talking about?
yeah.
Oh, we had to find a topic first.
What have you been watching on the good screen?
Oh, well, we had to do our introductions first.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is where I'll cut for the regular podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my voice being way too loud.
Mm-hmm. Episode 40.
Episode 40, Good Screen Live, number 3. But I'm going to name this one episode 40.
This is Trace Light Chase.
This is going to be like 1 or 2 views because it's going to be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
My name's Russell.
My name's Lauren.
And today, we're not going to be talking about a specific movie.
No.
We missed last week because we were doing some stuff around the house.
Yeah, we did a lot. We saw some friends. We saw family.
Yep.
We did a lot of driving.
Did a lot of driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were working on something in the house that blocked our table.
Yeah, we were building IKEA furniture.
Yeah, we were building furniture. So, oh, I know. I think I know why. My volume for the microphone is my volume for the microphone is always up.
Mm.
There might be some voice clipping from me. I'm going back as far as I can.
Just scoot your chair back. The whole thing. Go away.
I can't go any further.
stink.
I'm stuck.
Okay.
All right. So we were like, well, what should we do to like make up for it? And the first thing I thought was, well, we can do another live one, but with Lauren's schedule, it had to be on Friday.
Yep. So here we are.
Yep, we are here.
Yep.
Hopefully people will join.
Please, Skyward, where are
I
you?
kind of broadcasted.
Where's Will?
Yeah. He's drinking. He's watching the NBA finals or the NBA semifinals or whatever.
Why is he watching that when he could be watching this?
I don't know. He could be a part of true history.
History that matters.
The first real Good Screen Live.
Wow.
But yeah, we thought we would do this, but actually do it live.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how it goes. Well, I'm just going to pretend that we're just doing our regular podcast.
Yeah. There'll be nothing to cut out.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll have nothing to cut out because it's live. It's the point of it is to be live. What, my eye?
It's extremely swollen right now.
Really? Like underneath?
Yes, both.
Both?
Both,
Okay, I'll have to do something about that tonight.
well, both lids, I mean.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like you hardly have your eye open.
Really?
Can you see fine?
Yeah, I can see fine.
And also the white of your eye is like red.
Oh, God.
Russell, can you please go to a doctor?
Yeah, I guess I might have to. So...
God.
So, yeah, apparently my eye is, like, going crazy.
It's very distracting and worrisome.
I'm fine. I can still see. I don't know what it's just puffy around my eyes.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. All right, so maybe I'm allergic to something.
Allergic to these nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. Well, all right, Lauren. Well, what have you been enjoying on the good screen?
I have been enjoying kind of a lot on the good screen. First of all, I finished Atelier Ryza 1.
You did?
I did. I talked about it in the Isha Gaming server a little bit. I don't know if Skyward joined in on that conversation. I know that he has to finish Atelier 1 and Atelier 2. I don't know if he started the third one. Because on his Instagram page...
I think he's playing the first one.
On his Instagram page, he has like a list. I think Ryza is one of the ones to complete.
Yeah.
Like 100% maybe?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. And then Ryza 2, I think, was on his list of games to beat. Like finish. I don't know what the difference between complete and finish is for him.
I think finish is to see like the credits of the game, and complete is like 100%.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I totally biffed it. Because I didn't save right at the end.
Yeah.
The last time I saved was like the last time I had sat down and saved before I got up and walked away. So like 5 hours before. As in like I lost 5 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
And I didn't say yes to New Game Plus. I thought that it would start the whole game over.
No, well, I mean, usually it does.
I don't know. So I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, which was just do a bunch of side quests because I like the side quests.
Yeah.
I really like the alchemy and Ryza 1.
That's cool.
And but yeah, I really enjoyed it. The ending, it was very melancholy.
It made you cry?
It didn't make me cry, it made me sad.
That made you sad.
It was very melancholy. Okay. And then I started Atelier Ryza 2, but my issue with that is, so Russell already owned it on Steam, so we're just like Steam share library sharing.
Yeah. I
said that really weird.
Steam shared library sharing? Yeah.
Yes. And so I can only play when I get home from work, but that's when I feel like playing the least because I'm very tired.
Oh, okay.
I want to play in the mornings, so I'm going to see if I can hunt down a copy for the PlayStation or something.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thanks. And I also have started watching a show. Yeah. I finished the first season. I started watching Narcos. For no reason in particular. It wasn't even because Pedro Pascal is in it.
It was just like on the front page.
It was on the front page, and I was like, I like watching shows in different languages. And this one's in Spanish mostly. And yeah, so I enjoy it. I finished the first season. I've learned a lot about Pablo Escobar.
Yeah? Is it true?
This is all based on a true story.
Okay.
About the DEA agents who took down Pablo Escobar.
The DEA.
The DEA. God bless.
What time frame did this happen? Like the 80s?
80s.
80s. Interesting. And it's all in Mexico? Colombia?
Colombia.
Colombia.
And Medellin.
Oh, okay. I think that's in Colombia.
Yes, it is.
I know so much about everything.
Yeah, you're just an expert.
I am an expert. Okay.
What have you been watching on the good screen? What have you been enjoying on the good screen, Russell?
I haven't really been watching much of Value.
What? Have the roles flipped? You didn't do anything this week?
I mean, I
And I
watched a
did so
bunch of
much.
horrible baseball games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can talk about the baseball game we just watched.
Yeah, we were watching a baseball game today at the Phillies when we
Yeah.
were out to eat
Yeah.
earlier.
We were at a sports bar.
We were at a sports bar, typical stuff.
Yeah.
And fucking fan fell down into the visiting bullpen and like landed on his head.
Yeah. He was responsive when they were wheeling him away.
Yeah.
But I thought he was dead for a second.
Yeah, I thought that they were about to show a dead body at the Phillies
I thought they were about to like go straight to black.
Yeah, I was
Just
surprised they showed it
for
all. They showed the full response from the team. Like
everyone was crying.
It was the Red Sox. Everyone in the Red Sox bullpen was like visibly upset. And then they were like, "Yep, all right. Well, the game's postponed for now." And then like very quick, like 10 minutes later, it was back on.
I'm willing to bet that he probably cracked his skull open. It was probably bloody.
Probably
because they didn't show it because
Yeah.
it was kind of conveniently behind a part of the fence up on the roof of the bullpen.
Yeah.
That had like a board in front of it, like a little like scoreboard or something, or a pitch count or something board.
Yeah.
But
the guy fell right in. I don't know how you do that.
I don't even know, but they're definitely gonna make the fences taller.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Well,
and they kept cutting back to the area where people still were.
Yeah, they kept cutting back to it and being like, wow, this historic moment just happened.
Yeah, sure. Like right before Bryce Harper was supposed to come up to the bat, and then Bryce Harper got struck out.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, I watched that. I watched the Blue Jays lose like all week.
We watched a very interesting game of the Blue Jays.
Which one?
When they were in like the 10th inning.
Oh, that was last week, though.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
We haven't recorded since.
Oh, that's true. We haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying all my things.
Games wise, I'm trying not to play too much right now because Zelda's
What about
coming
that
out
one game
week.
you just bought?
I just bought
on the Xbox.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess I'll talk about that. I've been trying not to play too much like demanding games. Or like time consuming games. I don't get stuck in something and then stop to play Zelda for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So I got Virtua Fighter 2 on the Xbox because you can play that on the Xbox. It was a 360 arcade game.
Yeah.
But it's like the arcade version of Virtua Fighter 2, and it's like I would say pretty perfect to the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fun, kind of difficult game, but it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Lauren, I was like,
Will!
Hey! Will!
We were just talking about you.
Yeah, so we're going to randomly stop talking about stuff to listen to questions from our chat on Twitch. If we get people, actually, if it lights up in here.
Yeah.
So I got Virtua Fighter 2 on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Lauren, I got something on the Xbox. I justified having my Xbox Series X. And she goes, well, can't you just emulate that game?
Can't you emulate all of those games?
And I was like, shit.
He was like, I finally found a reason to keep the Xbox and to play the Xbox. And
it's Virtua Fighter 2.
And it's like, you can emulate that, can't you?
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah, I could.
And, well, the game was only $5, so it's not a huge loss.
Shit, it was only $5. I had to look up this quote from the game. Hold on. This is usually where we would like quick cut out something or say we would cut out something. So Will joined at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look up a quote from the game. Hold on.
Will, how are you doing?
Yeah, Will, how's it going?
How many drinks are you in? Can you pour one out for me?
Okay, so I played a round of the game with a character called Lion Raphael.
That's the character's name?
That's the character's name, Lion, like the animal.
And then Raphael, like the angel?
Yeah. He has this tagline whenever he was kicking my ass.
Yeah.
This guy was kicking my ass.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on. Where is it? And whenever he would kick my ass, he would say, I don't make a habit to fight the elderly.
What?
Yeah, and I wasn't even like the old guy. And I was like, damn, that's savage. This guy is just like a nutcase. So I was doing that, and then I started playing Paper Mario again, which is kind of a long game, and I shouldn't have started playing it.
I mean, you can just put it down.
Yeah, I can just put it down, but I really like playing that so far.
Okay.
Yeah. That's about all I have to say.
Okay.
Okay. So, Will, I don't know if you're still in the chat. Oh, a few people are in here. Probably bots.
Skyward?
Skyward?
Drap snap?
Will
Will's
left
gone.
immediately. All right.
He's out there somewhere.
So, this is going to be kind of a different episode because
Please don't drink that out of the gallon.
I'm not.
Okay, good.
I'm getting some water because my throat's really dry.
I'll
My
hold
throat's
your
dry,
phone.
my eyes red.
I think you're just dying.
I'm just dying.
I think you have terminal.
I have terminal.
Can I have a drink of your water?
Yeah, sure. I'm pouring water. That's not my wee.
That's not his best.
Nope. I don't even know why I have the headset plugged in still.
ASMR water drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking off my headset. I don't know why we have it on. Russell had his on, so I was like, oh, well, let me go get mine. And we're not even listening to music or anything. Russell said we're not allowed to.
Yeah, it would be distracting, and this is going to go up on YouTube, so we can't do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know how much I say, like, wow, these headphones are just lasting forever.
Are they really?
No.
Oh.
I mean, they're lasting way longer than they should be.
I feel like I need a cup of coffee.
Right now, it's 9 o'clock. It's way past my bedtime.
Yeah, my nighttime is just beginning.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
this week we are doing something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna originally do like a tier list of like movies we want to watch, and then whatever one got S would be the one that we would watch like tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, that's gonna have to wait till like next time we do one of these things, though.
Yeah, and so we decided to go with the easy route and just talk about a bunch of movies, potentially in order, that we watched before we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of like a...
Mine are not in order.
I don't have a list.
You didn't write your list down?
I just have the list in my mind.
No, that doesn't count. You were supposed to write it down so we could see how many we each had and how many are the same.
I was a little busy, Lauren.
Okay, well, I did mine at work. You have no excuse.
Oh, I could have done mine at work.
Okay,
right.
Do you remember what the first ever movie we watched together was?
Yes. It was Hot Fuzz.
It was. Russell put it on during my first visit.
Yep.
Visiting him. It was before we started dating, technically. Like, literally, probably like a day before we started dating.
I guess so, yeah.
And he said he was putting it on as a test to see if I understood it.
She thought it was funny.
And if I thought it was funny, which I did.
Because it was like British humor.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I picked that movie. Could have picked like Anchorman or something like that. But
if you put on Anchorman, I would have cringed.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
So you made a good choice because it's a movie I hadn't seen before.
Okay.
It felt special.
So we saw that. That's one of my favorite movies, personally.
Yeah, it's funny. We should watch it again.
We could watch it again. There's a whole trilogy of those movies. Did you know that?
You keep tickling my foot.
Shaun of the Dead, this movie, Hot Fuzz, and what's the last one called? At the World's End or something like that. They're all directed by Edgar Wright.
Are they all connected?
They're all connected by like a cornetto, which is like an ice cream treat.
Oh, so they all take place in the same universe?
No.
What?
They all have like the same similar cast, like Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. Mm-hmm. But like the thing that binds them all together are like a cornetto, which is ice cream, someone eating ice cream like that.
Oh, okay.
And someone jumping over a fence.
Can you Google it? I don't know what that is.
It's like a drumstick without the chocolate and the peanuts.
So an ice cream cone?
Yeah. But it looks like it's
a drumstick, but not actually.
Yeah, but it's like a prepackaged one, you know, so it's not really an ice cream cone.
Whatever.
But yeah, we could do all three of those.
Okay.
A recurring thing is us talking about the fact that we want to do like special stuff.
Yeah.
Like long episodes every month or so.
I don't know when we're ever gonna have the time to do that.
Yeah, that's my dream.
I have to switch to first shift schedule before we can do that.
Yeah.
And I also have my own shit I have to do.
Okay.
I've been behind on this quilt for Dante for like 5 months.
Yeah. All right.
Told him I was going to start at Christmas.
Do you remember the second movie we watched?
Was it Us?
No.
No.
No, we watched another movie way before that.
Was it Her?
No, it was the same week.
It was the same week.
Airplane? No, it wasn't Airplane either. All right, just go off your list. We'll do your list first, and I'll tell you how many movies you forgot.
No, what is the movie?
I'll tell you later. Go ahead.
Was it
Continue.
WALL-E?
We never watched WALL-E together.
I was trying to remember if we'd seen WALL-E together or not.
Yeah. All right, go on.
We watched Jeopardy.
That isn't a movie. All right, what's your list? Go on.
Okay, this is in no specific order. I put Hot Fuzz. Her was our first Valentine's Day movie.
Okay.
We watched the Shark Trilogy when I moved here with my brother.
Yeah, I wasn't really in the room for that, though.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time with you.
Yeah, that was surprising to hear that you hadn't watched that. So
I had only seen the memes.
Lauren and I, when she moved up here, this is years later at this point from when we watched Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
She was like, I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
And I had like 2 weeks off before I started work.
And yeah, she had a lot of time. And I think within those first 2 or 3 weeks, like every weekend we would watch one.
Didn't you take the first week off that I had here?
I did, but we did not watch one of those movies then. I think we might have started one around the 4th of July, but that was after I started working again.
Okay.
But yeah, so Lauren didn't watch Lord of the Rings. So a question for you about that one, just so that we kind of talk about how we felt about the movie and not just list a bunch of movies off, because it sounds like we're about to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should start doing that.
Yeah, we should take a little pauses between each movie.
Okay.
So, is it what you expected it to be outside of the memes?
Yeah.
I also showed you the extended ones right away.
Yes.
If I was kind, I would have been like, let's do the theatrical ones. And we would have been like done in like 2 days because it would have been like much shorter. There's still long movies, even theatrically. Yeah, especially the third one.
I enjoyed it a lot. Sorry, I'm tired all of a sudden.
Remember, she said her evening is just starting.
I usually have coffee at work.
Oh.
I'll either make it back in the office or I'll bring something.
Okay.
Also, we just ate a really big meal.
We did.
What was I saying? Oh, Lord of the Rings. If it was everything I expected it to be. Yes. I was frustrated about the Eagles thing.
There's a legit lore reason.
I cannot give less of a shit.
You can't? Oh,
no.
Okay.
Sorry, I made a message.
Okay.
I told her we were streaming.
Say again.
I had heard before I had ever seen it that it was pretty much the closest, most perfect example of like the hero's journey story arc that one could ever experience watching.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Star Wars is another one.
Sorta, yeah.
I think Star Wars was
the
first
is way
perfect one.
Really?
Yes. And then Lord of the Rings is like
you mean like in movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like the perfect examples of like hero epics.
Yeah.
Star
Wars was the first movie with a tale of a hero.
No, that's not what I meant.
It revolutionized all
cinema. All storytelling.
Also, Amanda just showed up in the chat.
Yay! Hi. We're talking about Lord of the Rings.
We're talking about all the movies that we watched before we started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but
it
some
also
of them.
gave me a lot of insight about what I should wear to a Renaissance festival.
From the Shire?
Yes.
Wow.
Because that's how you dress at the Ren Fair, and I really want to try to make my own outfit this year. I think I'm going to start on that very soon.
Do you think they were historically accurate?
This doesn't take place in history, so no, it's historically inspired, perhaps.
Amanda's asking what you came up for the Renaissance Fair this year. She wants to be a mush.
I just have a cute, simple outfit in mind. And also like a cute, comfy, more like regular dress that I want to wear.
I wanted to be the King of Hyrule from Zelda CDI,
That's not gonna happen this
but
year.
Lauren said she won't make me. Literally just a gown. Lord of the Rings isn't historical fact. I had a friend in elementary school who played Zelda Ocarina of Time for the first time.
Did he think it was historical?
And he was like, this could have happened. I was like, wait, what? like deep into
It's like we just told a man that
thousands of
Santa
years
Claus
ago.
isn't real.
Yeah, he thought Zelda was like could have happened. Yeah.
I mean, could it have happened?
Yeah,
Couldn't Zelda have happened?
I don't know.
You're a Zelda denier.
I was.
I'm a Zelda truther.
I wish too, but like Amanda said, I wish, dude, and I said I wish too. But yeah, he was like, do you think this like is real? I said, I don't know. I think, yeah, it was crazy.
Wow, even then you didn't want to entertain it.
He also couldn't pronounce ocarina or ocarina
How
or
do you
whatever.
say
He called it orcasil. He couldn't say
That's
it.
like the kid. That's like when you read a word that you never knew how to pronounce.
Yeah, it's like that kid who said, "Is the statue of Liberty?"
Statue of Liberty, like macabre.
Yeah,
I always said macabre.
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 Macabre. I said the audible sound I just made. It was crazy.
Okay, hold on. Should we go back to the other ones that I mentioned?
I think we're on Lord of the Rings right now.
Yes. Do you want to go back to her?
Sure. We probably had a lot more to say about Lord of the Rings, but sure.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about Her. So Her was the first movie we watched on Valentine's Day.
And it started
with a breakup,
tradition. Right? No, I'm talking about a tradition for us. It started a
tradition, yeah.
Yeah, we watch movies that aren't really suited for Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day.
So when we watched that, we were seeing each other long distance.
It was only a couple months in.
And we're like, let's have a nice little night in and
let's watch a movie on Rabbit together.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. So we used this thing called Rabbit.
Yeah, not the vibrator.
No, not the vibrator.
It was rab.it. You could like screen share your movies basically.
I didn't know there was a Rabbit vibrator.
You need to be educated.
But I know that now. So
it's time to educate
we watched Her, and it's all about a guy, for like a long distance couple. It's all about a guy who's like obsessed with a woman in his phone. Amanda says, "Are you sure it wasn't the vibrator?"
He just said he doesn't even know what it is, so I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking up the vibrator right now. This is why I said that we're probably going to talk about some of the movies that we watched.
But yeah, so this movie was about a guy falling in love with an AI, basically.
Yeah.
With Siri. Whoa.
Whoa, do you hear that?
Our neighbor's home.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even look like a rabbit. It looks like a cactus. Ears. Where are the ears? Oh, wait.
Let me
I see it now. I see it now. I see their little rabbit ears. It got a little whiskers too.
Stop.
You see this?
Yeah. For her pleasure.
All right.
Okay, so yeah.
Amanda said she's here to derail.
Yeah.
And then she said hot, and it's to tickle the bean.
It is.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Let's move on.
So we watched Her, and I thought it was very strange. At one point, he does have sex with it.
Yeah, it's like she hires a woman to be her and to have him fuck.
And it's very strange.
It's so weird.
They put on like a headpiece.
So that she can like see and hear from the woman's point of view, and this woman is like,
this is too weird.
Not into it either.
Do you think Her and like Joker and Beau is Afraid are a part of the same universe? Do you think it's the same guy?
Were they even the same director?
No. It's all Joaquin Phoenix though.
God.
All right, Lauren, what's the next movie that you have, or do you want to talk about Lord of the Rings again?
No, let's keep going.
Okay.
I've got a list.
The next
one I have on here is Don't Look Up, which is what sparked us to have this whole idea.
Yeah, Lauren was talking. This was a movie that we watched I want to say about a year before over the year before the podcast started, but like right before it. And it wasn't like it inspired us or anything.
No, it just was a really good movie.
It was a really good movie. And when it came out, a lot of people were like, oh, this is like too silly. Like, this is too over dramatic. But like the whole premise of the movie is there's an asteroid, right?
Yeah.
And they can't make it go away. And it's going to hit Earth and everyone's going to die.
Well, they can, but the issue is that...
No one believed it.
No one believed it at first, and then when they did believe it, it was already too late.
Yeah, and it was
and they were like, we fucking told you.
There was like a whole like cult of people who said it will just go away or like don't worry about it.
Yeah, just pretend it's not there and it won't happen.
Don't look up.
Yeah.
Which is... And it was like... It was kind of silly. But like,
I mean, it felt very realistic.
But it also felt like exactly how, especially after like this was like a year or so after COVID.
Yeah.
It felt like something that could actually happen. And it wasn't funny in the sense of like, oh, these people are so crazy. It was
macabre.
It was macabre. It was macabre.
It was macabre.
Yeah, and it really got overshadowed by a lot of things, and I think it deserved more. It was
so good. I wanted to watch it again for the podcast.
Yeah.
And so we could talk about it.
And I said, no, let's just talk about a bunch of movies.
Let's talk about a bunch of other movies instead.
Yeah.
And also, when we were watching it, I didn't know Timothy was in it.
Yeah. Oh, he was really good in the movie.
He was really good. And I feel like everyone was very properly placed for their role. I liked Leonardo DiCaprio. I liked Katniss Everdeen. I liked Timothy Chalamet. Not even doing it on purpose.
You like the Orca Seal of Time?
The Orca Seal of Time?
Do you think...
I forget who else was in that movie.
Do you think that... think
Oprah was in it?
Do you think Lord of the Rings could have happened in real life?
So shut the fuck up, please. It's historically accurate.
Yeah.
Didn't you know they walk from Ohio to Florida?
That's... Where's Mordor? Like the Everglades?
Disneyland.
Oh.
He has to get at the top of Cinderella's castle.
Okay. So I really liked the part of the movie. I'm gonna spoil the ending of the movie where like they just
the asteroid hits.
Yeah. Well, obviously the asteroid hits.
Yeah.
But I really like the end of the movie where the people who are trying to like the girl who found the asteroid and is trying to save the Earth, and the media and everyone won't believe her. They just kind of give up.
Yeah, they give up. They all sit together for like a big family dinner.
And then the asteroid hits.
Yeah, and they're all just like eating dinner as it happens.
Yeah.
And like they're all crying and just being loving.
And then the ultra elite all go cryogenically freeze themselves and leave the planet, and they wind up getting eaten by some aliens.
Yes, they wind up on like a planet
thousands of years later.
Yeah, and they get off the ship and they think, but didn't they kind of look like? I don't remember what the animals looked like.
They looked weird. They looked like aliens.
And they're like, "Oh, look, they're so cute," and they all got viciously mauled.
Yeah, they like pecked them or something like that. Yeah, I really liked that movie. Definitely one that...
This was a movie that had no happy endings anywhere.
Yeah, it was happy that the fact that it was just like at the end, it was just a family having a good time together.
Yeah, they all came together and were just like, let's just make the best of what we can.
Yeah, and they were all like laughing and singing, and no one was like sad. It was just like a normal moment, and then
it was actually very sad.
It was sad, like as the viewer, but like they tried to make it as normal as possible, and it wasn't like they were all just sitting there waiting for it to happen.
No,
which I think is what a lot of people would do.
I would want to fuck.
I think a lot of people did that too.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do.
Come explosion.
Let's just cuddle.
When the asteroid hits.
Let's just cuddle.
Yeah.
And make our jokes.
It was an interesting movie. It was definitely like thought provoking in a way that a lot of people just thought that it was silly.
Yeah, I think like how much with another movie we saw recently, Beau Was Afraid. I think a lot of people just didn't get the point. We got the point of this one. We didn't get the point of Beau Was Afraid.
Yeah, we didn't get that. Okay, what's the next movie?
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Okay, so this was like the first. This would have been a big deal if we were doing the podcast at the time, because it's The Rock, and we all know how much we love The Rock. And this was like 2 Christmases in. Wait, no, this was only 1 Christmas in, but like we were still like we see The Rock every day in our living room. So
Yeah, he lives
I'm
with
looking
us.
at him right now.
Yeah, he's watching us.
And
he's always our third secret cast member of this.
yeah, he's always on.
He's our third co-host.
Yeah, if we had a video feed, he'd be in the background of every single one of them.
Uh-huh.
So, excuse me. So Jungle Cruise came out, and I was like, there's no way this is... I thought it was going to be a Disney Plus movie, and I was like, there's no way this is going to be in theaters.
What?
Not only was it in theaters, but we saw it in IMAX.
It was incredible. Didn't your parents also go see it?
My parents saw it, I think, like...
They saw it before
Well, it
us.
was on Disney Plus, too.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, they saw it.
Because they saw it, and they were like, you guys should see it, but we went to the IMAX.
Yeah. So, my thing was, this was like the first movie that we saw after COVID.
Pretty much.
And my thing was, the first movie I want to watch is Sonic 2, because the last movie that I saw in theaters was Sonic 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen because of The Rock.
Yeah.
And we watched the movie, and do
vaguely
you remember anything from the movie?
I remember more of this movie than I feel like I should.
Yeah.
It's like a little...
It's like a dust thing, yeah.
It's not helping at all. Oh, shit. Okay, anyways. I remember a good bit of this movie. I remember liking it. It was very childish in humor.
That vibrator just showed up on my phone again.
You're gonna get targeted ads now.
Yeah.
And... hold on, what did Amanda say?
Amanda
you guys
said,
know I don't watch any movies, so please don't mind me as I sit silently and learn about all of them as you talk. LOL. That's fine.
Nice. That's why we started our podcast, because we didn't watch a lot of movies either.
Yeah, we wanted to watch a lot of movies and become more cultured.
We realized that we watched more movies for the podcast than we did before.
Yeah, and that's like what
39.
too. Yeah. And
my favorite part, can I talk about my favorite part of Jungle Cruise?
Sure.
So there's a part of the movie where it's showing like a flashback.
Skyward!
Yeah!
Yay!
He also doesn't watch a huge amount of movies.
That's fine.
And Amanda said, aside of Lord of the Rings, I have known none of the movies you guys mentioned. Yay, rejoice.
Rejoice for Skyward.
So, my favorite part about Jungle Cruise was the epic version of Nothing Else Matters by Metallica that played during his like flashback, and it seems so out of place. But
was Painted Black in that movie?
No, it wasn't.
That was Black Adam.
That was Black Adam. But like I was like, wait, I know what this song is. It's a fucking Metallica song.
Yes.
And like it made no sense because it was like ancient. I guess
it's just them using
Brazil
the license
or whatever.
because Disney must have a license with Metallica or something.
I guess, but it was so funny. But like, it was a good movie.
It was probably left over from the license that they have from all the Avengers movies.
I don't know.
Anyways, okay. Next movie?
I don't think Lauren understands how this works.
No.
Next movie.
The Spider-Man trilogy.
We watched the Spider-Man trilogy together. I think kind of like on a whim.
Mm-hmm.
But we watched it on...
It was the first time I'd seen them all in a very long time.
Yeah, you wanted to watch them, and I was like, yeah, these are like the best movies ever.
Yeah.
And...
Which I knew, but I just hadn't seen them since I was a kid.
And, of course, like 10 out of 10's for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And...
I agree.
And, but when we watched them, we checked the voice, the subtitles, or the dub.
Yeah.
And my DVD had, like, every language.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched all 3 Spider-Man movies in Japanese with English subtitles. And it was like watching brand new movies again. Like,
it was so fun.
Especially the first one, because like the CG wasn't really there.
No, but
so,
it was
like,
charming.
So like it looked like we were watching like a Super Sentai show. And shit, I forget when in the third movie, this is 3 movies we're about to talk about, but like obviously like it's just Spider-Man. But of course Amanda probably doesn't know.
I don't know
any of them.
That's fine.
Can I just say the plot of all 3 Spider-Man movies for Amanda?
Go off.
Peter Parker is bullied, and then he gets bitten by... She says yes, please. Peter Parker is bullied in high school, and he's on a trip with his friends, and he's taking pictures of a field trip of a cute girl called Mary Jane. And while he's taking pictures of her, he gets bitten by a spider, and then like the next day he gets spider powers.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wow, this is awesome. I'm going to go like make money to do this.
Yeah.
So I can get a cool car and impress Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And then that backfires because he goes to wrestling. Oh, she watched the first movie. I'm talking about the first movie. Oh no.
Who's Dane?
Oh.
Is that the new ones?
I think that was the new one.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen those ones.
I've seen those.
Okay.
Okay, and then that backfires because then his uncle gets shot while he's dropping him off at the wrestling rink. Wrestling arena ring. And he's like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, he said it just like that.
Oh yeah, he was an Amazing Spider-Man too.
Yeah, Uncle Ben got wrecked.
Yeah.
He got Fortnite danced on.
And then Peter's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go be Spider-Man now, and I'm gonna go
let me
go to
do
college.
some vigilante justice.
And then in the meantime, Harry's dad, Peter's best friend, Skyward said, I always thought they were good, but people didn't like them at the time. I thought they were really good at the time, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, not to derail this.
Are those the most recent ones?
The ones before
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
I never saw any of them.
I liked them. I liked them for what they were.
I've never seen any of them.
I remember specifically like wanting to get the second one on Blu-ray
Tobey
for
Maguire's
my
my
birthday.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the best one. Oh wow, Amazing Spider-Man's Skyward's favorite Spider-Man movie.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I guess I shouldn't really bash it.
My favorite is Spider-Man like 3, but a lot of people don't like that one. But I just think it's so great.
Yeah, they're all great.
Amanda,
okay.
I'm sorry,
You're being
I'm
really
not
lengthy with these.
I'm not really gonna talk about all 3 Spider-Man movies, but anyway, I'm gonna just speed it up here. We were watching in Japanese, and when we got to the 3rd movie, when Harry goes strawberries.
Yeah.
He actually just says strawberries in I think in Japanese. I think that's how it went.
Strawberries.
We have to watch it now. Watch what now?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we could watch it. Yeah, you haven't seen it, so we could definitely add it to our list.
Do you know what the next thing on my list is?
What is it?
When we watched the Star Wars prequels in Japanese.
We didn't watch all of them though.
We watched the first one in Japanese.
Yeah,
and it was really funny.
It was really cool. It makes it feel like something different.
It does. It gives it a whole new vibe.
Yeah,
it makes it more believable.
Exactly, and it's
Russell,
like the samurais. So
did Star Wars happen?
I think Star Wars might have actually happened.
I think it's based on a true story.
Skyward, before you got here, I was talking about how when I was in elementary school, one of my friends just played Ocarina of Time for the first time.
Yeah.
And first of all, he couldn't pronounce Ocarina or Ocarina, whatever you want to call it, like really bad. So he called it Orca Seal of Time. And he also asked me if he thought that Zelda was real, like if it would have happened in the past.
Like it's based on a true story.
So we keep bringing that up. So okay. Yes, I bet there were kids who thought Star Wars, because it said a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
It could have happened.
It could happen.
George Lucas could have got a vision from like Space God.
He is a Jedi. He knows the histories.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing?
Us.
Yeah, we saw Us in a theater.
We did.
During one of my visits?
It was during your visit, I think, like the night before you left for the second visit. I remember sneezing a lot.
Yeah.
Because we were getting sick.
Yeah.
And that's mostly all I remember. I do remember, like, it. I never saw Jordan Peele's other movie before that.
Oh, Get Out. I still haven't seen it. I'd like to.
But Us was cool. It wasn't really scary. It was kind of funny.
It wasn't scary. It had some jumps.
Yeah.
And each of them got me. And Russell was laughing at me the whole time. Every time I jumped. And the plot twist. The plot twist is kind of what you expect, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. I'd like to revisit that one again too, because I think it's thought provoking enough that we could talk about it again.
We probably could. It's been a while too, so.
Yeah, it's been a while. We listened to Butt Rock all the way home today.
We did, yeah.
Okay.
What's the next movie that we watched? Or another movie?
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this was one.
Another one I want to revisit.
Another one to learn what to watch again. We watched this, I think, the last time she visited and didn't go back home.
What?
When you were still, like, visiting me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
before I moved here.
Before you moved
the
here,
last
yeah.
visit
I could have said that better.
Here, wasn't it like...
Do you think, hey, wait a minute. Do you think Jojo
2019?
Rabbit is, like, could have happened?
No.
No?
No, that's too far-fetched. Nothing like that could ever happen in the real world.
I think the character of Hitler in that movie was just too crazy.
He was problematic.
I don't think someone would actually do that,
I think if that happened today, he would be canceled.
Yeah, so Amanda, if you're unaware, Jojo Rabbit's a movie about Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
And, like...
About being raised in Nazi
Germany. And, like, being raised as the kid of a mom who houses a Jew.
Mm-hmm. And you're like the perfect little blonde-eyed, blue-eyed boy. If Zelda was real, Ganondorf would have been Hitler.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to say what I'm about to say.
Please don't. I don't want to know. Tell me later. But we're not being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. So it was another dark comedy. Put that in the drafts for later.
Yeah.
It was another dark comedy, but like it wound up having like kind of like an interesting coming of age story out of it too.
And it was really depressing.
It was really depressing, but also like that war was depressing too, and like there's way too many
every
movies.
war just depressing?
Yeah, there's way too many movies about World War II.
I thought this one was different enough.
Yeah,
it made an impression on me.
I was about to say like that. This one's like felt like it took a different angle at it.
Like, because there's like obviously the one we all watched as children, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
That movie didn't come out until I was a teenager.
I watched it when I was like 12.
I remember
and I wanted to kill myself after watching it. I watched it at a sleepover.
Oh, God.
Tell me why I was at my friend's sleepover and she was like, oh my gosh, I love this movie. Let's put it on and watch it together.
Why did she love it?
I was bawling. And I remember calling my mom and talking to my mom. I ended up staying, but I was so upset that I had to ask to call my mom.
So Amanda,
I was like, what the fuck?
Since you don't watch movies, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas ends with a kid accidentally crawling into a gas chamber and getting gassed.
Yeah, he got mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucked.
So I haven't seen it, but I remember my family watching it and being like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I was going to say, like, there were so many World War II movies that it was nice to see kind of like a different angle and kind of like a silly / serious
World
War II movie.
It was from like a child's point of view.
From a kid's perspective, yeah. But you know what? We have Christopher Nolan to make us every other World War II movie that's serious.
Yeah, Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I think he did another one too.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Okay. Infinity War.
Oh, Infinity War.
We watched that when you were visiting me.
Okay. Yeah.
The one time Russell went down to South Carolina to visit me.
So the backstory for that is I saw it like a week or so before I went down to see you, like with my friends. And we waited for 2.5 hours to see the Marvel movie. Because we thought this was it. This is going to be like the
last hurrah.
The last hurrah for the whole thing.
Little did we know.
And it wasn't. But like I loved it for what it was. I thought it was like, wow, there's no way that they can ever top this. And they really haven't.
No. They can't. They reached their cinematic peak and they're like, okay, multiverse time. Let's do it all again.
They're like, these actors aren't going to be here forever. We should probably start introducing variants of them.
Yeah.
Which is like a really smart but also like poorly executed business move so far.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I watched it and I was like, Lauren, you have to see this movie. I want to see it with you when I come down there, because that's when they introduced like they were like, oh, there's going to be a sneak preview of like whatever at the end credit scene, because it didn't have one. It was the only Marvel movie that didn't have a post credit scene, because that's how final it was. And then they're
Oh,
like,
wow.
just kidding. We're going to put a new cut of it into theaters with like 2 more minutes of extra footage and also like a post-credit scene because we're Marvel.
And everyone pissed their pants and cried.
And I was like, Lauren, we should go see it because I want to see what the post-credit scene was.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I haven't seen the first one. So we watched that in her room.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you another story about that later, Amanda.
What?
About that.
Oh. Is it bad?
No, I'm not going to talk about it on here.
Oh. So we went to go see Endgame, and Lauren was like, wow, I sleep. and then we saw the post-credit scene. And
I don't even remember what it was.
It was just like a split second of the the new Spider-Man movie. And I was like, I hate these things. And that's when like
that's when cinema was ruined.
The only one that made me like clap unironically was the one for Sonic.
Yeah.
Ever since then.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
That one was crazy.
That was insane.
It was so funny that me and John were the only ones cheering in the theater. We were like screaming. And like all the kids were like, who is that?
Yeah.
Like
that was really good.
Is that Sonic.exe?
Yes.
But yeah, Endgame was really good. It should have been like the end, and then a new generation should have started or something. But like they wanted to continue it.
Yeah, and then I got real sick of it real quick.
I really tried to like stay up to date with it, but it was tough, and especially with all the TV shows, like it was overwhelming.
WandaVision was good.
Yeah, but
until it just became a Marvel movie at the end.
Yeah, but the Will said Sonic.exe. Is that Sonic.exe? Someone actually said that in a movie theater. It was recorded on like TikTok.
Oh no.
So, yeah, it was so hard to keep with the TV shows. When one ended, for a while there, another one would start. Now there's kind of like a lull.
Yeah. That's Sonic
X. Is that Sonic X, says Will? Click it and find out. Totally safe, I'm sure. Alright, well, I have desktop audio turned off. Let me click this link. The site cannot be reached.
Oh.
Alright, well. Yeah, I was wondering why that was purple. Alright, Lauren, what's the next movie?
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad, okay.
Like the good one, not the shitty one.
The executable is the haunted version, says Will. Like, Ben is drowned.
Oh,
do you know about that?
Wasn't Ben is drowned like a Legend of Zelda creepypasta?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never read it. I've just heard about it.
So the Suicide Squad.
It's about our friend Ben.
Yeah, it's about Ben.
Yeah.
And how he drowned.
He drowned. Yeah.
You want to hear a funny story about Ben? Will, you'll find this like hilarious.
Is it your dream?
No, not my. Wait, Will, did you hear about my dream? Oh, this is totally derailing. Did you hear about my dream about Ben, Will? You know what? I'm gonna just say it because I know Amanda hasn't heard about it. All right.
Okay, perfect.
Hold on, I gotta find it. I wrote a note about it because I woke up and I was like, "This is crazy." All right, so I had this dream last Friday night, that Lauren and I were at Ben and Lila's house, and Ben was at work, and Lila had to leave because she needed to mail her parents a Christmas present. And she got both of them tickets to Disney World and hotel accommodations in the same room because she was trying to get them back together. And at this point, like when I dreamed that, I didn't know if Lila's parents were divorced or not.
But they are.
She
plays Fortnite with her stepdad.
Yeah. So Lauren left with Lila, and then while they were leaving, Tyler and John came over, and I let them through, even though Ben wasn't home. Mm-hmm. So yeah, weirdly bizarre. I had a dream about Ben's house.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I did tell Amanda about this.
Keep telling the story.
Okay. So we were suddenly in Ben's new bathroom, I said in quotes, which was just like a room with a big hole in the middle that was called the sky toilet, the hole. And Tyler says something like, "Oh my god, I love Ben's new toilet so much." And we all just stare into this toilet, which we can see like there's the sky and the clouds inside this hole.
Yeah.
And like the core of the room was like ancient Greek.
Yeah.
And it definitely wasn't anywhere actually in his house in real life. It was just strange. and we could have jumped in to see where it took us, but we didn't. So then I got like a text from Lauren saying that Ben is at work and he's mad because Tyler transferred the pee from his own bladder into Ben's bladder, and Ben pissed his pants in front of all the kids. Ben works at a school. In front of all the kids at his school. And I told Lauren that's ridiculous because Tyler's been staring at a toilet, which was the Sky toilet, for like the last hour with me and John. And I don't know why he just didn't pee through his own body. And then Ben is also mad we were at his house, but specifically that Tyler is there. And then I woke up and I really had to pee. And that was my whole dream.
Wow.
I do not know why I dreamed that. If I told that to a therapist, they'd be like, "You're psychotic.
They would have a
This is insane.
day.
You really had to pee." I was worried when Ben was talking about how his pee was transferred, or Tyler's pee was transferred to his body.
You thought you pissed your pants?
But I thought John or like someone else was going to transfer their pee to my body, and I was going to piss my pants in real life.
Wow.
Amanda said it was better this time. Yeah, I definitely did tell Amanda about this because it was Friday night. We saw her on Saturday. Okay, so that happened. So Suicide Squad, right?
It's really good. This is the one that came out. It has John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Harley Quinn woman.
Yep.
Margot Robbie. Barbie's in it.
Yep.
I forget all the other actors, but it's really good. And we also watched.
Elba's in it?
Oh yeah, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
How could I forget? Knuckles himself.
So this is like the opposite of like how Lauren felt about all the Marvel movies she watched.
This was like Awakening.
An awakening. Yeah. It was cool. It was still like a superhero movie, but like it was actually kind of funny. And then we wound up watching Peacemaker, and that was really good too.
Oh my god, it was so good.
But that was a TV show, so that doesn't really count.
Skyward, what's wrong?
Oh, he's talking about my dream.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, Skyward. It was such a strange dream. That dream was weird. I have another dream, too, that I dreamt, like, a while back.
Which one?
Remember about the PS5? And the birds?
No?
I talked about it when we were at Dairy Queen with John and his girlfriend.
Tell it again.
All right, another dream. All right, here we go. This one I bullet pointed, so it might not be as good of a story. All right. So the other one is called Dream 2 because it's it was the second dream I ever wrote down. Okay, weird dream. This is on 12/31/2022.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, so the dream began where I was at an event to get a PS5 and I had to answer trivia or something with a bunch of other people. And I started in a group with two other guys. And eventually I had a chance to win, but I gave the PS5 to somebody else. And then they had like food at the end, like a little party. And they wound up surprising everybody with PS5. I don't know who these people were. They surprised everybody with a PlayStation 5. This was before I got a PlayStation 5, by the way.
Yeah.
I went through the first food line to get an Undertale burger. It was called the Undertale burger. You remember this though?
I'm remembering.
And then I said, "Can I get that sans pickles?" And the waitress. I'm laughing because Lauren's laughing. And the waitress looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. And she was confused. And then I took my plate of just powdered donuts.
Did you get the Sans burger?
I didn't
donuts?
Well, I didn't get the Sans burger because she wouldn't give it to me.
You didn't get the Undertale burger?
No, I didn't get the Undertale burger. No, the waitress left. I'm sorry, I couldn't see because of the tears. The waitress actually just left because she was so confused and offended about what I said. So I took my plate of just powdered donuts across the parking lot. And the parking lot is, I guess, for Skyward because he's not from the area. It was the one in Why I'm Missing, where the LA Fitness and the Walmart are. So if that made any sense to Skyward, congratulations. If you can screenshot me exactly where that is in the map, on the map in Pennsylvania, I'd be really impressed. So I was walking across. It was like pitch black. I was walking across
pitch black.
I was walking across the parking lot, and suddenly tons of birds are like firebombing the parking lot, like
Yes.
kamikaze birds. And there were also flying sharks, but they weren't as big as the birds. Okay. So I get
that part being what got me.
So I get it. I was freaking out, and I got
So
it.
they were really little sharks.
Yeah. Really little sharks and giant birds. So I get in the
Did you tell
car.
me it was like birds the size of sharks and sharks the size of birds? Isn't that how you described it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get in some random guy's car for protection, and 2 ostrich-like birds start attacking the windshield. And the next bullet point is my favorite one. It just says, windshield wipe that shit. I wrote this at like 5 a.m. The one of the passenger gets out of the cars and wrings their necks, and it's over. Parking lot is full of dead birds and people.
God.
I go into the GameStop in the shopping center, where I'm assuming where the PS5 party was. And the dude I was with in the beginning is crying. And the other guy I was with in the beginning got killed by the birds right after he got his PS5.
No.
And the bird like torpedoed through him.
Oh, God.
Like there's a hole through the sky. And then he said he wanted you to have this, and he gave me a PS5.
Oh my God.
And then there was like a shark like jump scare like in my face suddenly. And then I woke up. That scared me. Amanda just commented Russell.
Russell.
Your brain is weird. What the fuck? All right, so
Okay.
that was my second dream.
So, Suicide Squad, right?
The Suicide Squad. We really liked it.
Yes.
Next movie.
Okay. Dune.
Dune. Okay, so
I loved Dune.
Dune.
I've never read the books. I wanted to, but I don't have the brain power to read them right now.
Dune was like,
I loved it.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. So,
It was.
do you think Dune could happen?
I think Dune is based on a real story.
Really?
This is an autobiography.
I liked it. I liked how they split it into
This is
2
a
parts.
memoir.
I haven't read the book, even though I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you have a really
It's like
cool copy of
really
it.
cool. I got it at Barnes and Noble, and I always wanted to read it for like the longest time. And it's definitely a strange story.
It's probably very thick. It's probably very dense.
Like the movie starts
Because
out.
Game of Thrones is like based on Dune.
Is it really?
Yes, it's based on the writings of Dune, and there's like another one.
Oh.
Like
That's lame.
the structure of it, like how there's the different houses and everything.
Yeah. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it now.
It's Dune, but in the Lord of the Rings
Fantasy.
universe.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Agua, por favor.
There you go.
Gracias.
We've been talking for like an hour. I told you this was going to be a long one.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Dune, and I think I was like, we have to see this in IMAX because the sound was supposed to be really cool in it, and it was.
It was really cool.
My favorite part about the movie is that in the beginning, it was really slow in the beginning, and then suddenly they're just like, everything gets ruined,
Yeah.
and Timothée Chalamet's character is just like trying to figure stuff out, and it kind of ends like, because it's part 1, it ends with like a fight that seems like not supposed to be the end of the movie.
Yeah. It's like a weird cliffhanger, but it's also the cliffhanger because Zendaya's character, who is like the most pivotal character in the whole story, apparently, only has like 20 seconds on screen, and it's at
Yeah.
the very end. They kept you waiting till the very end, and then they showed like a prophecy dream of what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And so that's where it left off. It's coming out in November.
The second one, yeah.
Yep.
We might actually have to revisit that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 1 of Dune episode and then go see Dune 2.
Yeah. So
Because
we
I
won't
want
say
I
too
want to
much about
rewatch it to refresh my brain. Also, speaking of Timothée Chalamet for like the 10th time, Wonka is coming out in December, and oh my god, are we gonna go see it at least once?
But that'll be a definite like good screen.
I'm taking time off so we can go see it on opening night.
I don't think we'll have to do that.
I'm gonna put in a request. Well, hopefully by then I'm on first shift, but I'm gonna put in a request to be off.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda, they're doing a new Willy Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet as Wonka.
It's like the Wonka origin movie.
Basically, yeah, you should look up. There's like a promotional picture of him in the Wonka costume.
Yeah.
It's Amazing.
All right,
I can't
Lauren,
wait.
what's the next movie that you have?
This is the last one I've listed.
The last one, okay.
Airplane.
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 Okay.
Airplane.
Airplane is just Airplane.
It's
funny.
It's funny.
It is so funny. I can tell you a story about the first time I saw Airplane.
Well, I just unironically say I have a drinking problem every time I spill on myself now.
Yeah, it's like one of the most quotable movies ever.
It really is.
When I first saw the movie,
yeah,
it was really late at night, and we were at Dante's house. It was just me, Dante, and John. I don't think Tyler was there.
Oh gosh, it was past his bedtime.
It was past his bedtime.
He was a little boy.
Well, we were like adults, but it was before we were out of high school. But we were 18. And,
so you were children.
We were still children, technically. So the part where it's like Jaws with the fucking airplane.
Yes.
I started dying laughing, and I didn't stop for the whole movie. Like I was like, John was like, "Yeah, this movie's like the funniest movie ever," and I think like me laughing made it so much more funny. Like I was laughing at everything.
You were just loopy.
Yeah, that's why my friends thought I had Angel Man syndrome because I laughed at everything so much.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what I remember from it the most is my reaction.
I want to rewatch that one because I haven't watched it again since we first saw it.
There's a sequel.
Are you talking about like the new one that we watched like 5 minutes of and we were like,
no,
what is this weird Zoomer shit?
Not Airplane Mode.
The Zoomer retelling.
There's an Airplane too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we've seen it. Was Airplane also the one where there was like the buildings looked like boobs?
No, that was The Naked Gun.
Oh,
yeah, we've
seen that too.
I love that one.
I don't remember that one as much.
Yeah, I watched those originally also with John.
But I do remember that because every time when you're driving to like where the Philly outlets are, you pass like those like two silos that look like boobs. They're like for like holding dirt and construction materials and stuff like that, but they're boobs.
Yeah.
And it's also near there's like a nuclear power plant that you can see from there. And I one of the first times Lyle and I went to the Philly outlets together, I did the thing where you hold up your thumb like in Fallout. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You don't know what this means?" She's like, "No." And so I tell her like if an atom bomb goes off, if a nuclear bomb is dropped, if you hold your thumb up to it when it's on the horizon, if it's bigger than your thumb, then you're dead.
Oh.
Because that means you're close enough to it. But I have small thumbs. So I don't know how accurate that statement is. But that's like that's why in Fallout the little boy he's going like, "Ha."
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. That's why the little
That's
boy,
why he gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's why he gives a thumbs up because he's actually looking at the bomb.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I knew that because Danny played those games religiously.
I had no clue.
Yeah. The Vault Boy.
The Vault Boy.
Yep.
He lived. the boy who lived.
The boy who lived.
Okay, so you didn't miss much. By the way, the Red Sox beat the Phillies.
Oh no! By how much?
By 2. So they're on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You didn't miss too many movies, but you did miss the one that we actually own. And I looked at when we were talking about this originally.
Because that's cheating!
It is cheating. Point Break.
Oh.
Yeah. Point Break is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Did we watch that during the first week? What was the other one you said we watched during the first week?
Shaolin Soccer. And Scott Pilgrim. Shaolin Soccer. We watched like half of it.
I don't remember it. I was also sick half that week.
You were really sick when we were watching that movie.
Really sick.
That was probably honestly like you probably thought that was a dream. That it was as ridiculous as my dream I just said.
I don't remember any of it.
It's like Kung Fu guys start a soccer league.
There's also that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
There's also I don't remember much of that week period because I was so sick.
From my dream, I think the next movie we should watch. I
just remember we started dating.
The next movie we should watch is The Birds. based off of my
Bird
dream.
Alfred Hitchcock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based off of my dream. Either that or... What would be the closest thing to, like, a toilet where you can look into the sky?
In Game of Thrones, there's something similar to that.
Oh, yeah. Where, like, they poop off the cliff?
No, it's not where they poop. It's, what's the house that's in the valley? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But they're up on, like, a cliff, and there's, like, a hole in the ground that looks down at the sky. Google it. Google it. You have Google at your disposal. Game of Thrones.
Game Thrones. Hole in the floor?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this now.
The moon door.
The moon door.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I thought of when you were describing it.
That, honestly, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renfield. Sorry, Russell is
I have
YouTube open.
YouTube
Also,
open
there's
now.
a bunch of movie ads.
Yeah. Okay. So those are pretty much all the movies that there were some other ones I'm sure that we forgot about. But that was pretty much it.
Sure.
And that was less than what we've watched for the podcast so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really not huge movie people.
I think there's a couple that
we
we're
watched
missing.
some. We missed like Spider-Man and the new Doctor Strange. We saw those together like right before the podcast started.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man was good, but I also thought like overall like it was just kind of fan service-y.
Pandering.
Yeah, but I think that was really like truly
It was funny,
the
though.
last it could have. The last hurrah for like I haven't really enjoyed a Marvel movie since then.
No, Thor: Love and Thunder was such a joke. That
Yeah,
was like the
that was like the moment where we're like, I don't know about this
Skyward,
anymore.
I know you want us to watch Ant-Man. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen.
I might watch it and just bring it up in the beginning.
I'm very Marveled out. I think for the rest of my life ever, maybe.
I might do a little marathon one day when Lauren's not around.
Because I grew up with it. With you, it all came out with you in high school. But, like, I watched Iron Man when I was a kid. I saw Captain America and Thor when I was a kid.
It's weird how like Iron Man came out when I started high school, and the first Avenger, or the summer before I started high school, and the first Avengers movie came out the summer I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because
like,
I was 13.
Like that was its own thing.
Yeah.
And then like after
so I remember
that,
when the first Avengers movie came out, and it was such a huge big deal.
Mm-hmm. And after that, it was like there was kind of like this weird like iffy era before Ultron. And I didn't like Ultron at all.
I didn't see Ultron.
And then
I also didn't see the Civil War movie.
And then suddenly, when that came out, like Civil War, when that came out, then it started to get like really good. And I was like, wow, this is way better than Ultron. Ultron sucked.
Yeah.
Other than like the effects and everything, the effects looked good back then. Like before they started, like I guess like sweatshotting these CGI people.
They're doing too much now.
Yeah, they're too much, and yeah. All right, I think that's all we can talk about for movies.
Is it?
Yeah. What are you looking at? Something?
Michael, don't leave me alone. Don't leave.
What? Oh, with the Pillsbury Doughboy on
What
fire?
is that?
I don't know.
Please close it. It's very distracting.
I don't know what that is. All right, I'm going back to the main thing.
Okay.
All right. So, that's all we're going to talk about for movies. Let's move on to our next. I hate how many bots like that show up. I don't know if they're bots or not, but like I just assume they are.
I know that we're talking. Russell, you really need to get a different computer screen.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it flickers a lot.
It's murdering me.
Okay, so Lauren, what's your screenless shout out this week?
God. Peace and quiet.
No.
Please, Russell.
No, it cannot. It has to be something fun. It has to be something fun.
Okay. It has to be something fun?
Yeah, it has to be. Ow, it has to be something fun. I just bit my tongue.
Ouch. Do we kiss it, make it better?
No, I keep biting it, so like it's really swollen.
Ew. IKEA.
IKEA?
IKEA.
I think IKEA is like the opposite of my screenless shout out.
I love IKEA.
It was so hot in there.
It was really fucking hot.
I was so irritable because it was so hot.
Yeah, I could tell you weren't in the best mood.
It wasn't because of anything that was happening there. It was just because I was so hot.
IKEA cookies, yes. I ate all my
She
cookies
ate all of them.
in like a day.
Yeah.
Within like 2 days. I ate them all and I messaged Amanda and I was like, I'm so sad I ate all my cookies already.
Yeah. We got some more furniture for our apartment over last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, of course, the reason why we didn't do a podcast over the weekend last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had to move a bunch of stuff that was somewhere onto our table so that we could put something else there. And that's done now. But, of course, now we have stuff on our table because we had ants in our kitchen.
That's right.
And we had to like take all of our stuff out of our kitchen and put it on our table.
So we could deep clean the kitchen counters.
Amanda said you're right to eat all the cookies. I think that's what she's saying.
That's
that
what
too.
she meant.
But I think the ants are gone now. So
yeah,
we still had to think of something. Well, I guess we're gonna watch the birds for like Monday's podcast.
I still want to watch Knives Out. We've had the movie.
Okay.
For literally months.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, Russell, let's watch Knives Out. Not even for the podcast. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it.
I think we should watch it.
Says, no.
You don't want to watch it now?
No, I'm saying you always say no. I do want to watch it still.
All right, we can watch it. That'll be what we watch if you're okay with watching it in the morning.
Or unless you want to watch it on Monday.
Or on Monday, yeah. We could watch it on Monday, too.
Yeah, Monday I'm taking off work because I'm having a procedure.
You are. Nothing serious.
No, Amanda, I'll tell you about it later. We've talked about it.
All right, so my screenless shout out is
I'm getting a penis.
My screenless shout out is the fact that Lauren is getting a ding dong. No, my screenless shout out is my dreams.
Yeah, your dreams are fantastic. Your dreams are so funny, and my dreams send me to therapy.
Keep it up, me. Keep it up, me.
Good job. I like your dreams, and I like.
Those are the ones I remember.
I like who you are when you're not awake.
What?
like when you're like babbling and saying nonsense words.
Oh, like last night I said okay.
Yeah, he kept saying okay. Like, so I got into bed, and first of all, when I got into bed, so like when I walk in the bedroom. The floor creaks right on the inside of the door, so that'll normally wake Russell up whether he realizes that's what it is or not, but it's that floorboard creak.
Yeah. So
I try to avoid it, but sometimes I can't. So I go in and I creak the floor, and that's how he sleeps every night.
Amanda said, I can't get that picture of Russell sleeping out of my head.
If you've ever seen the meme of Peter Griffin dead, that's what Russell sleeps like.
One time, I don't normally sleep like that.
Yes, you do. You sleep like that a lot.
One time, I fell asleep with my fucking arm behind my back.
And I got a picture of it.
Lauren took a picture and sent it to me, and then I woke up in the morning and I was like, what the fuck? So, alright, go on.
Okay, so before I even got into bed, you had as soon as the floor creaked, you turn yourself around, because I guess your brain knew that I was in the room.
Yeah.
And that I was coming to bed. And you start slapping the bed, seeing if I'm in the bed yet. You're and then I'm not in the bed yet, so you give up. So then I do get in the bed, and I get in the covers, and you start slapping around again. And you just stay in one spot. And so then you say something it sounded more like words, but I couldn't tell what it was. It was my and I was like, what? And you're like, my and I was like,
Amanda said I usually pat you, but I was fully swinging it.
He kind of was. I told Amanda about it. Sometimes he'll pat my head. It's really cute. If you're laying like this, you'll pat my head. So you say that, and I just say, okay. You say, okay. And I say, okay. You say, okay. And I say, okay, what? You just say, okay. And then after that, Russell had flipped around. We both turned around at this point because we don't sleep cuddling. We sleep facing away. I don't know what my therapist would have to say about that. It's fine.
I turn a lot.
Yeah, I also just like sleeping on that side. And my new pillow that I got at IKEA has ass to ass, cheek to cheek.
Yeah, Amanda said ass to ass.
We sleep cheek to cheek. because I got a new pillow at IKEA, and it's really comfortable.
I like mine too.
It's made sleeping on my left shoulder a lot easier, because for those who know, I have issues with my left shoulder.
I think that's documented on the podcast.
Very well. And pretty much since day one. And so we had turned away, and I was getting myself comfortable, and I accidentally, like, kicked Russell's calf.
My large calf, because I've been walking so much.
I kick his monstrous trunk calf, and he just goes, "Yep."
Yep.
I did not laugh. I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. Because I had a really long night at work. I got home really late, and I was tired, and I went to bed, and I had to get up early for my doctor's appointment today, and I was like, oh my god, why is he being so funny right now? I need to go to sleep.
That's funny.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I also have a list of other funny things you've said.
Alright, so Lauren...
I haven't kept up with this list as much as I want to.
This goes into my screenless shoutouts because when I said all these things, I'm sure I was dreaming. I'm sure I was dreaming of something.
Yes. So there was one time on 11/14/22.
This is when you started?
This is when I started it. I only have 3 entries, including what happened last night.
Okay.
But it does happen a lot. I just always forget to write it down.
Okay.
On 11/14/22. Happy birthday.
It was after my birthday.
It was 2 days after his birthday. He said, "It is 5."
It is 5.
And then on 12/9/22, he said, I remember this very specifically. He said it's so monotone. He was just like, "Help." And then what happened last night?
That's it?
That's all I have written down, but there's a lot more than that. I just don't remember it. Because I'll remember and I'll be like, oh my god, I have to write that down. And I fall asleep. Don't even get to.
You gotta keep like a real journal there so you can quick just write it down.
I need to keep like a yellow notepad right there. It's so Help. And you've woken up to me laughing before.
Lauren laughs in her sleep.
Do I do it a lot?
No, not often.
I remember the first time it happened. In my dream, I was laughing really hard, but in real life, it sounded very raspy.
It sounded like she was dying, like she was choking on something.
And Russell woke me up because I was also on my back. He thought I was choking on my spit.
Yeah.
And I screamed like I'm choking.
Oh yeah, when she screams in her sleep,
Amanda. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's like.
That is definitely something for your therapist.
Yeah, tell him I said hi. But so Russell thought I was choking, so he woke me up. But I was like I woke up like remembering the joke in the dream, and I was like, I was laughing. It was so funny. And then apparently it happened again recently, but I was actually laughing.
Yeah, it made me laugh too. I woke up laughing too, and I was like, why are we laughing? So, yeah, that's my screenless shoutout is my dreams and apparently everything I say in my dreams.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's very good.
That's mine too.
IKEA is not my screenless shoutout because I feel like I spent half of my week assembling IKEA furniture. Even though we only got like 2 things.
We also don't have the space to assemble IKEA furniture.
Yeah, it was just so difficult.
But I like the way my office looks now.
It does look a lot, I don't know, it looks very busy, but also at the same time, I guess it's what we had to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I think we might be done.
Yeah, unless we want to just keep talking.
We could. I mean...
I don't know.
Yeah, what's our actual plan for Monday? Are we going to watch Knives Out or are we going to watch The Birds?
I mean, I feel like we have to watch The Birds after this, but I also really want to watch Knives Out.
Okay. We could just watch both of them.
No, we can't watch both.
Oh, okay.
We have to pick one. I don't know.
Let's do Knives Out. Okay. The Birds can wait.
Okay.
The Birds.
Also, because we already have it, and The Birds, we'd probably have to like rent off YouTube.
I'm sure that The Birds is free somewhere. It's a really old movie.
Maybe.
All right, we can do that.
Okay.
It's getting late.
Yeah, it's your bedtime.
Yeah, it is my bedtime. So I guess that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what I expected it to be. Like we were just like shoot the shit and then.
Yeah, lots of shit shot.
I'm glad everyone showed up. Thank you for showing up, Skyward and Amanda and Will. If Will's still here, I think Will is in and out. He's super drunk, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, but thank you all for showing up and being on our I guess live, but first ever really live podcast. I'll probably just post this VOD.
Yeah, that's fine.
As honestly. Podcast number 40, and people will be like, "What the fuck is Zelda real? Is Zelda Orca Seal of Time real?
Is the Orca Seal of Time real?
It's the Orca Seal of Time.
It's the Orca Seal of Time.
I'm about to swing my sword." Amanda says, "Sweet dreams. Thank you for streaming. It was just like chatting IRL. Excuse me."
I don't think she meant excuse me like that. I think she meant excuse me. What
sword are you swinging? My fairy sword.
Wow.
My great fairy sword. Oh. All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go now.
Goodbye.
And Lauren's just gonna ad-lib for like an hour.
And now it's just me. Russell's gone. It's just me now.
Oh wait, no, I'm gone. Bye.
Bye.
Just kidding, I'm still here.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think we're done recording the podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload this tomorrow and confuse everybody.
That's fine. Our like regular 3 viewers chimed in, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who didn't chime in? Oh god damn it! I never posted this on the Isha Gaming.
Oh no!
That's probably why. I posted in Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword?
In Skyward Sword?
Skyward's server. But I don't think I posted it on the Isha Gaming Discord.
We haven't really been on there too much.
I have.
I don't go on there too much.
Alright. I'm gonna... Well, damn. Well, I guess they have a nice fresh... I was thinking about Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our other common... viewer.
Yeah.
Also, that guy who randomly said this shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Yeah,
Edgar Allan Poe loves our podcast.
Yeah.
When I tell him my dreams, he writes books about them.
It's divine inspiration for him.
Yeah. The Telltale Heart was actually originally called the Undertale Burger. and he wrote that for me. All right, well, we're going to stop streaming now.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.